China reported one new case of COVID-19 today.
The coronavirus outbreak is another major blow.
And we certainly don't know the fatality rate yet.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
A Washington state man testing positive for the deadly virus.
It's no secret that 2020 has been a year of changes, making everybody adapt their plans to the current situation. And for us, this is no different.
Elias and I had the idea of making a video series where we would interview pilots of different branches to know firsthand about the job they undertake. So basically like cars and coffee, minus the cars, and there's no coffee.
And while complying with the World Health Organization guidelines,
we have decided that it's safer to do virtual interviews.
First up, Johen Croes, a cargo pilot working in Korea, originally from a small island in the Caribbean that's very close to my heart. Home.
How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks.
Nice, finally, after a couple of days.
Yes.
I wish we could have met in person, but because of all this pandemic, this is the best way that we found to get to talk.
Yeah.
So our first question is a short explanation of what do you do as a cargo pilot?
Short explanation, what I do as a cargo pilot is basically fly cargo airplanes. We fly all over the world. Day-to-day operations are, you report, you check in, you do all your briefings, you check the loads, you check the weather, and you sit together with the other pilots, you do the briefing. After everything is done, you go to the airplane via bus, and then we do our standard procedures, setting up the airplane, do the walk-arounds, make sure the cargo is loaded, do the load sheet, do the flight planning for the flight plan in the system, and get ready for the flight. And do the normal flight. We fly to long destinations, short destinations, and medium. So we fly to Shanghai, to Europe, to Anchorage. Most of our US flights go via Anchorage. So it could be sometimes 7 to 10 days away on long stopovers, different places. So that's basically what we do.
Just for the viewers here, do you want to mention what airplane you fly?
Oh yeah, I fly the Boeing 747-400 and the newer one -800.
Nice, that's awesome. The queen of the skies.
Yeah, the queen of the skies.
So the second question that we want to ask you is that how did the COVID-19 affect you as a pilot?
It affected me pretty badly because I work with Korean Air, and I work as a contract pilot. So basically I don't work directly with Korean Air, but I work with them through an agency. So we get 5-year contracts. So when this happened and the flights were grounded and the demand went lower, the first ones to go home are us, contract pilots. So they told us we have to get a 3 months leave without pay. So right now I'm at home on 3 months without pay. Hopefully in July we start back, but let's see. It depends if the demand goes back up, if things start to normalize, or not. They might increase it to 1 or 2 months. So it affects us pretty heavily. Yeah.
So since we were in the topic of family, how does the pilot career in general, but in your case as a cargo pilot, affects your family life?
It affects my family because I work on 16 days away and 11 days at home. So basically, it's hard on the family if you meet your family like you're all the time together before you went into that type of job. Being away for so long every month, it's hard. But if you met your family like your wife, and she, in my case, she knew me like that already. So I was 16 days away, 11 days at Aruba. So it was okay because we were used to that. But not everybody can work with that, being away for so long. So it could be hard and it could be good. Depends on the situation.
You need an understanding wife.
Yes, exactly, you do.
So the next question we want to ask is, when did the aviation bug bite you? When did it all start?
Oh, it started when I was very young, when I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. I always, asked my mom to bring me to the airport to watch the big 747 of KLM land here in the island in Aruba. So for a long time, you know, I wanted to be a pilot, but of course, after a while, life circumstances changed. You know, I thought, my eyes were not so good, so I won't become a pilot. But then I realized, yeah, even with your bad eyesight, you can still become a pilot. So the ball came back when I was about 18, 19. So I did go back to school, finished my school, and did everything, and became a pilot.
What has been your biggest hurdle, considering everyone might go through a different rock patch? Well, which one do you think was the hardest part for you?
Oh, the hardest part, see, I had a few actually. I had a long aviation career. Airline going bankrupt, basically, because you start working with an airline. My first one was Air Aruba, and after 2 years working with them, they went bankrupt, and then here you are without a job, you know, on the street. It's not a cool thing. So it took me like 6 months to get a new job, and then there was a time after that I got a job in Sweden flying as a contract pilot. And I came back to on a vacation. Suddenly they stopped it. So there it was again, 1 year without a job. So sometimes
especially considering the career being so specific.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah.
Then that's the thing you can do.
Right.
They say the other job we're good at is operating the machines at McDonald's, you know, pressing the buttons.
Well, pilots do press a lot of buttons, so
Yeah, exactly.
professional button presser.
Very professional at that.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll put it in my resume. Our next question was going to be about job security, but you pretty much answered it with those previous questions. So I'm going to go to our last one, and this one you can extend yourself as much as you want, because it's one advice that you could give to newer pilots, someone who wants to seek a path like yours in the cargo industry.
To get where I am right now, you need hours. You need to have a plan. What you want to do as soon as you finish your initial training, to get your hours to get there. So plan what you want to do. How you're gonna get those. You're gonna become a flight instructor. Like say, if you guys in your case, you're staying there in USA. You know, become a flight instructor. Get your hours teaching. Get a small job in a corporate or something, or building hours to get the minimum requirements for the big guys. Because the big airlines, they always ask quite a lot of hours to get there, and you have to progress slowly through that. And when you get there, you know, keep your proficient skills, keep flying. Try to fly manually as much as possible, because after flying for so long, you always autopilot on, you lose some of the proficiency. So like in my case, I always try to fly a little bit to keep proficient. And yeah, study hard, follow the POMs, follow your procedures from day one all the way through your career. Keep following the books, follow the checklist, follow everything the way it's supposed to be, and then you'll be safe. You'll cover yourself.
So, Johen, I know with this whole pandemic, this whole craziness that's happening, we're not going to be able to meet each other soon. But I hope that once this passes, if you come to the US, we plan a flight.
Yeah, we take you.
Oh, great.
That
would be nice, yeah. Yeah, I go to Miami a lot when I come home, so every month, almost every month.
Oh,
all right. Well,
nice.
We might even add it in the video.
Next time I'm there, I'll give you guys a call.
I'm sure at least you're not going to feel the difference in the space. I mean, you probably fly like this in the 747 too.
You know, a funny story, you know, a friend of mine had a chieftain here, and he invited me to go fly with him. I said, yeah, you fly. Coming in for landing, you know, I start flaring at 40, 30 feet. It's like, what are you doing now? Keep going down, keep going down. Like, no, you're too high, you're too high. You know, you always flare, you know, certain altitude, you know, your visuals is what you're used to all the time, and suddenly you're like sitting in the runway. You're like, oh my God, I'm into the runway. So funny feeling.
Especially you were the...
Yeah, we're sitting high.
So, anything to say?
No, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you for everything.
We appreciate it a lot.
And remember, fill in that bag of experience before that bag of luck runs out.
That's a good one. I'll keep that in mind. I'll write it on the board.
Hey, thank you guys. Bye.
All right, Johen.
Bye. Cheers.